Discord. ASNS. Run up a check. Previous data down here, there's not really. Let's go ahead and turn this up. We are looking for and save. Let's see. Okay, that's it. All right. So for this morning, we got a couple of things on the watch for low floats, and I'll go over these first since this is pretty much where the focus is. ASNS just popped up a couple of seconds ago. The news on it does have catalyst for today. U.S. Air Force selects ATLAS for Internet of Things networking modernization of a major Air Force base. Terms not disclosed. So that is the catalyst on ASNS. Up 27%. The next one in line was PBLA, which I thought was gonna do something today, but just never did catch any volume or percent gain, stayed at around 6%. But now ASNS making itself a little bit more known on in the low float era. Let's see what the float is on ASNS. The float is looking like 1.17 million. Shares outstanding very low as well. Let's look at the profile here. 44 employees.
Good morning, hot beverage.
Good morning, Jim. Spotting ASNS this morning. Let me see what it does. Engages in design, development, manufacture, and marketing of cyber-hardened hybrid fiber optic. Hybrid fiber copper networking solutions for Internet of Things and telecommunications companies in North America, Europe, and pretty much everywhere. Looks like provides cyber hardened rapid development networking solutions for wide area Internet of Things. Okay, so yeah, Internet of Things is basically any of the devices that you can talk to, any of the devices that interact with any of your appliances, you know, the smart stuff that can take in commands and give them out, whether it's wirelessly or, you know, verbally, whatever it does. Smart home devices like Alexa and all of that stuff. But yes, very, very interesting on ASNS. I'll be watching that one. Had a low down here of 136 up to 182 right now. And I see it has a little 274 up here on the hour chart that was a previous landing spot right there, 268. So we'll see what that wants to do. Up to 30% now. And then the other one that I saw was AGBA. Let me go back over here and look. This one's up 37%. It has a history of bouncing, but it always kind of gives back. So this one, I mean, it's got a little bit of movement on today, up 37%. But as far as a catalyst for today, not really a catalyst. So it's going to be probably in direct challenge or opposition to ASNS, but ASNS has the catalyst. So I'll be watching both of those. This one has a low float as well, AGBA. Let's jump over here. Float of 8.77 million. So ASNS had a float of 1 point whatever million. So very low floats on both of them, but one has a catalyst and one does not. I also saw ZYNE up here. I don't know if I like the structure of this one. It had pops like back in 2021, but it hasn't had a real pop in a long time. And it says it's up 289%. This has got to be due to a split, right? Because the price right here says it closed on Friday at what, 30? Oh no, this isn't a split. It closed at 33 cents. So it's up like, let's see, 132 is up here somewhere. 132, like up in here somewhere. So it did have quite a bit of a gap. So
Warning.
the top
Small
of this,
caps are slow now. IMO.
did you look at ASNS? And did you look at AGBA? Both of those are very interesting. And they're low float. We also have some that were talked about, I think, in Reddit groups and things like that. AMC and Ape up here with a whole lot of volume. AMC with 17 million shares traded. And Ape also up. I believe that were they trying to do a merger or something? I forget. I don't know. Let's read. AMC to increase the total number of authorized shares of class. Let me move this over. Increase total number of authorized shares of Class A common stock from 524.2 million to 550. So that's like 25 million added. And effect A 1-for-10 reverse split. Okay. So they're doing a split on AMC. What else we got? AMC Entertainment Holdings plans, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's jump back up here a little bit earlier. Court ruling that could save AMC is bad for the stock. Yeah. So a lot of mixed news on AMC. Let's look at Ape. AMC, even Ape has AMC news. So it has a lot of AMC news actually. And that's how a lot of these meme stocks do. They report on one another. But looks like the main focus is on AMC though. We'll see what happens. TSHA continuing to push up. This one, was this a low float? float of 39.37 million, pushing its way up. The news on it. Okay, so it has a 150 million private placement financing from this morning. Reports initial clinical data from the first adult Rett syndrome patient dosed in Reveal phase 1.5 or half trial. So it's not really a completed phase there. Looks like. Okay. But a little bit higher float. We'll see what it wants to do. It's still up 109%. It's a top mover on the day with 19 million shares up there. And counting. ASNS fell back under 15% or back to 15%. Let's quickly swap through some of these real quick. Nothing sticking out on that news. XELA was a mover from last week. IDAI was a mover from last week. MF, EDBL. Okay. Guess I put PBLA back up there just to keep an eye on it. We have about a little over 15 minutes until the bell. So this thing has consolidated at the 97 right under the dollar on TSHA. A little bit of support here at the dollar. Came up here to $1.25 and is now pushing $1.50. So every 25 cents, we'll see what this $1.50 wants to do up here. Coming into the open. Change this to white. The SPY is pretty much just sitting where it was last week, right above this 440 level. Exactly 15 minutes coming up. And we're getting a little bit of play right above the 150 on TSHA. Only thing I don't like about AGBA is this flatness. Could make it very unpredictable.
TSHA, watching for pullback.
Yeah. And what I was looking at is every 25 cents looks like it's finding a little bit of maybe support. We'll see what it does at the 150. But the first one here was at $1. Then it jumped up here 125 and then 154 or 150s-ish level. So we'll see. AMC now down 35% on the day. Nice big gap down from like $5 down to 340s. Has a lot of volume, so, but not green. Probably not even going to come green on the day, so going to clean that up. So there was a small bounce on the 150s, and the top of this is the high of 164 here. It's see GNS up here as well on the scan, just popped in, up 20%, 4 million shares as well. I don't see any kind of catalyst, but I think I've seen this one before. Maybe like somewhere back here where it ripped from this 93 up here to the 79, but it always gives back. So pretty much going to try to focus in on the ones with catalyst. Just don't see enough conviction there for it to kind of compete on the day. ASN coming on down, or ASNS coming on down. So TSHI or HA is what will be capturing the eyes of the people when they open up their scans. They're going to see, man, this thing's up 108%. So it's probably going to be where the people are. 21 million shares in the volume as well. So I'm wondering right now, the 125s is VWAP. So I wonder what it will do down there, or will it be able to hold up this 150? It may give a slight dip and then try to go. I don't know. It might be a dip and rip type thing. But looking at the hour chart, it has had 3 hours of continual upward movement. Not really many pullbacks. Not really many strong pullbacks, that is. You can see small little pullbacks on the 15-minute. And these are what, 94 up to $1.09. So very small pullbacks in comparison to these little explosion candles. So I'm wondering, will that be a pattern? Small pullback, then push up. Small pullback, then push up. But this is pre-market data, so we will need to see. We'll see what happens in the intraday here in 10 minutes. Ape continue to push down back towards $2.
AMPS was an earnings play I was watching. Might have some
Amps.
movement today.
Let's see. Amps had a gap up from 637 up here to 674s. Has a top of what looks like 675-ish, maybe, if they start to hold that. Let's look at the daily. Amps. Okay. So it has this little range. Let's see, $8 maybe. And it's playing into the bottom of this previous range that it was kind of holding around the $6. So we'll need to start to kind of push towards that 703, maybe towards 650s. But yeah, it has some clear levels there to be traded off of. Definitely. TSHA holding this 150 and coming into the open. Made a lower high on this 15-minute and just challenging the 150 right now. All I see on the tape is 150s going through. ASNS lost itself. I don't really like that one no more. It's gonna have to work. I'm just gonna focus in on what's nice and green with volume. Exactly 5 minutes. Donnell, I'm gonna be looking at INDO throughout this week and see if I want to take any entries. Kind of letting oil kind of try to find some consolidation right now. I mean, INDO, my average price is pretty good, so I'm just kind of sitting on it, letting it do what it does. SoFi has been coming back down, and it's coming back down the month before the student loans is supposed to be coming back up, so we'll see. DVN, I'm already in that one. Let's see, or am I? Let me check, make sure. Oh, no, I'm not in that one.
Earnings were solid, legit long-term play.
Not in that one. Let's look at the daily on DVN. Came up into an uptrend, floated around this 49, maybe $50, and it started another little trend. So yeah, floating around. See it? I looked at this one. Okay. Oh yeah, good morning to everybody. Hopefully you had a good weekend, and we're back up here. We see some nice little gapper TSHA, which is a top mover with 22 million. It's up 104%. Behind that, I was looking at AGBA, which is up 32%. It doesn't have a strong catalyst on the day though, for AGBA, and I don't know if it's going to be able to hold. Another low float that I had my eyes on, or three of them that I had my eyes on, was ASNS, PBLA, but they're losing their gains, right? Coming down here to like 9%, 6%, but they are really, really low floats. So can they pop? Sure. ASNS had Air Force news on today. They selected a specific software company, or were selected for the internet thing of networking modernization for a major Air Force base. It says no terms were disclosed though. And then PBLA, they had a earnings release, and then they had issuance of a new patent in Europe, and they're also a low float. So I was kind of looking at those, but they got to do some work. Only being up 6% just isn't gonna cut it. Only being up like 10%, especially with the 100% mover up there, it's gonna be very hard to fight against that. Anyway, we got about 2 minutes left, less than 2 minutes. This thing did crack 150 just a little bit. I mean, by the skin of their teeth, they cracked it. And let's look. The low of this is 149, and now it's finding a little bit. And this was the pattern that we were seeing, that I was looking at during pre-market. A small pullback, and then continuation. A small pullback, and then continuation. So we'll see if that pattern kind of continues, and if it can go upward. But, kind of just a watch and see moment right now. We got about 30 seconds to the bell. All right, market has opened. Let's see what we can see. So this one again, right there on the 150. Little dip down. We got the 125s down here. Stopping around the 140, or I wouldn't say stopping. This is the beginning. So let's see what it does here. Little small bounce. Can it reclaim the 150s? That's probably what people are looking for it to reclaim 150 for a move upward. Coming on down, red on the day. Let's jump over to something that's green. We got ASNS. We got Ape, still small green. Let's see. ASNS.
Check out our Discord. No paywall. Free to join. https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
ASNS making its way up here, getting some small pops. Needs a little bit more volume. The question is, with this one, can it reclaim 150? This is the biggest pullback that it's had in a couple hours. It's got 8 cents away from 150. ASNS.
3.2324 entry.
It's looks like a little. It's up 17% with 21 million shares traded. Did it have some kind of catalyst today on we? Oh, it's a meme stock. AMC news with yeah, meme stock push on that one. Everything's showing red right now. And ASNS losing itself slowly. Seeing the 40 start to kind of slip here on TSHA. Still up 90%, biggest mover on the day. Uh-oh, pulling back up a little bit. Had a low here of the 40s. Is that going to be its intraday support at the 40? Right now it's 3 cents away from the 40 and looking like it's holding up VWAP as well. VWAP is at the 44s. It may give a pop higher. We'll see. Can it hold up the 40s? Down 5% on the day, 6% on the day. ASNS went red. Okay, what about ZYNE? What are you doing, buddy? ZYNE. Up 200 something percent. I really didn't like it earlier, but I still don't like it because of this gap and like no kind of upward movement, just kind of really flat. If you look on a daily chart, it's just kind of sitting here on the 330s, but it is moving up just a little bit. I just don't like that setup at all. Up 300 something percent. Looks sick. Okay, anything else trading properly? Okay, yeah. Everything kind of giving up the ghost right now. 140 is getting challenged again. So this thing is moving 10 cents at a time, just kind of grinding. Not a whole lot of physics involved. Not a whole lot of running into walls and bouncing back up and all of that. AGBA right on down. Looks like it's going to go ahead and crash $1. AMPS came on down as well. DVN. Oh, these were the other plays. I think those are like longer term plays. AHI. Okay. So I'm not interested in these anymore. As long as they're down, I'm okay. PBLA, kind of lost faith in that one as well. Can we get anybody to stand out and stand up? TSHA continues to hold this 140 level. It'll be closing up the first 15-minute candle in 10 minutes. So still has quite a while, but held up for a good portion of the beginning of that trade. So the question is, will it reclaim 150? And I think it's going to here. Looking like it's coming to this 150. Can we see 150s come in strong? Yeah, a little bit. Ooh, 150, very interesting point there. That was the next 25-cent level that it was, because it's been holding these 25-cent levels. And seeing it pop back up here really looks like it's going to be going upward. Can it hold over the 53s is the question. 53s is the body of this previous candle, the green on the previous candle. Or not the bottom, the top of the body of the previous candle. And it's the only thing that's green right now, so I'm pretty sure the buyers are going to jump on this one. It's trying to pull a red to green move on the day. But yeah, very back and forth type movement there across the 150s. Okay, anything else green on the day? Nope. ZYNE took a dump. So right now on my scans, I'm not seeing
4-5,
entry.
exit 1.51.
Nice.
Don't trust it, exit quick.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not really even choppy. It's more like bouncy. That's the best way to kind of explain it. Cause a chop, you get a quick move to the upside, a quick move to the downside, and it gets some pretty long wicks. This one's not giving those quick moves. It's just kind of playing around in the range, not even in the range of the total move, but the range of the candle. So going back down there, testing, ape continuing down, AGBA pulling back up there, up 27%. AHI, that doesn't look too good. So as for the low floats, no kind of big gainers just living out here that are unseen. And then for the top volume movers, TSHA playing with everybody's heart. It has very high relative volume, 148. And I'm not seeing anything else with high relative volume like that. But in the overall move, it's only giving up 5%. TSHA is only giving up 5% off of that 109% that we saw earlier. So that's not a huge give back. Amps going on down. Ape under 10% now. So now I'm just going to collect everything that is a top gainer or is up quite a bit since the open. 24 TMC popping up there for some reason. What is TMC? Up 37%. Let me look at the news on TMC here. 12 million shares traded. Beginning of the day, earnings scheduled for August 14th. So it has earnings today. TMC launches a 27 million registered direct offering of common shares and warrants. Let's go see what kind of company TMC is real quick. Profile TMC, basic materials and
Damn,
other.
we got me. Only took 10% of the profit.
Oh, yeah. Other industrial metals and mining is based out of Canada. TMC
Do
metals.
you see the selling on CHA? Many 90K selling positions.
Let me go look at that. Oh, well, looks like it's into a halt. Recovered that 150, but very unpredictable on this one. And it's literally sitting right at that top level. It hasn't even broken out yet. So just halted right before breakout. That is very, very scary. So we got a halt here. It is back up green on the day as well. So looking at it, it's probably going to be the mover on the day. The continued mover, that is. And the party is only just getting started. So let me see when this thing's going to unhalt. TSHA halted at 9:41:43. So it'll be open up at 9:46:43 if it is a 5-minute halt.
Those stats are fake sometimes.
Yeah, well, not when you're looking at the book orders or whatnot. If you're looking at the book orders, the orders that are on the books are like, they are a lot of books that are in there. Let me show you.
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
Oh, is this it? Trade ticket? No, this isn't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for we can view the order books. Help from market depth, market. Okay, this is it. So in Street Smart Edge, you can actually put the market participant ID into your watch group. And right now I'm watching ARCA, the NASDAQ, EG, DK, and these are the books of orders that are out. Now, this isn't all of the books. These are just some of the main books that I'm watching. And you can always look it up on Google or whatnot, whatever books you want to see, go through. But with the book orders, you have different ways that you can enter with different applications. You can enter ghost orders, which come up as like small numbers or big numbers on the bid or ask that aren't really there. Or you can come up with something that just flashes. It's kind of like a big flash of potential shares, right? But what really matters is what's going through on the tape. What is actually getting bought and sold on the tape. If you see a big order at 62 and 62 is going through on the tape and it's on the ask, it may push higher. You know, it's like in the moment type thing. When you see that what do they call it, when you clump up, when you see a whole bunch of pressure, I guess you could say, I don't know. But in the same respect, it can also go the opposite way. You can see that big clump up and it's a big old seller coming in there. So that's where your risk management comes in.
No paywall. Free to join. https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
But we did see it hold up this 150 level. I really was I was iffy on it because it came down here and broke the 150 by 10 cents. But I was like, man, this thing's only down like 5 cents when its total move was 109 cents. I'm like, looks bullish. But we'll definitely see here in like a minute when it opens up this halt. But as for now, everything else is kind of dead to me. AMC taking the top spot in volume while this thing was halted. We'll see if it keeps that. Looks like we're about to go into open. TSHA.
I live stream Monday, WED, Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. CST.
Let's see. TH should be opening up any second now. There's the open. Very small breakout. Let's see if they can pull. They got the dip down here to the 150. Woo! Wow. 174 is up there. Into another halt. Possibly. No. Yes. Into another halt. Yeah. Continuing to hold that 150 there. So yeah, that's looking like the stock of the day right there. 40 million shares traded. So it did continue this pattern that we saw in pre-market. We saw a small pullback, go for a little bit, push. We saw a small pullback here.
Well, I left money on the table.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was unpredictable money. So that was, it wasn't a certain. If we look on the where is this? If we look on the daily chart, how would you even know? Like if you were looking at this, where would you place your levels? Of course, we had this one level at what is this? 150 right here. It came and dipped into this range, and then where's your next level? I mean, there or here. What's the obvious level here? I mean, there's so much that could have been. Let's zoom back right here. This little gap here. I mean, there's a lot of tight levels in here. But it did move from 140 all the way up to 170. So definitely a 30-cent move. And we'll see how this next halt opens up. Halted at 47.22, so 5 minutes should be 52.22. And it is pretty much the only low float that was moving up on today. Had earnings news, had a $150 million private placement, and nothing else to challenge it. Up 140%. Only problem is, are people going to still be willing to buy it with this news? I mean, it's got a private placement. Let's see what We's out here doing. We's only up 10% and gave back quite a bit, so yeah, We's looking like it may need to consolidate down here, maybe the 20s. Maybe even the 19s, actually. 19-ish level. Whoops. Could be a possible level of support. But as for now,
I
all
agree, just a
eyes
watch.
there. Let's see if anything else is coming up. Quite a bit of a race for volume today, though. With AMC still pounding out the volume. Oil ended up pulling back up. It had went down to what, 81.68. See if it'll continue to come down. SPY, let's check the SPY as well. SPY is kind of playing around right in this gap here at the 443s. We'll see if it wants to move higher out of there. Ape, Nikola, Tesla. Where is that relative volume? And if you can see the relative volume here, I mean, TSHA just sticks out so big, man. 170. ASNS. All right. Anyway, let's see what this one wants to do. We'll watch it unhalt, and I'll probably continue to watch it throughout the day. Up 139%. You know, doing its thing to the upside. Where is the levels that y'all think it can go? It just unhalted. 70s. Will it get back under the 150s here very quickly? Gave a big old entry point for if the shorts get aggressive here, it could get aggressive and push it down. But the high here was the 182s. Let's see if we can see those still holding up this level, this breakout level of the 162s, 163s, 160s. Ooh, big size came in there. 100,000 shares was on the bid there and just disappeared. Wow. Halted down now. So now the question was, hey, can this thing hold up 150s for real? It kind of challenged it, jumped up there real quick. So there was quick profit, but also very quick ways to lose on this one. Continues to go into halts, and so more and more things are passing it up. Ape now catching up on it with the volume. So based on the news that it has on today, what would be a fair price that you would be willing to pay for it for, you know, a trade on today? If you look at the daily chart, we can see that it has come all the way back into a low side indecision. So it's got a larger piece of the wick on the top side, right? The bottom of this is the 139s. And so, you know, how do you handle that? I mean, because looking back on his daily, it's had quite a bit of a movement down here into the 68s, gapped up, and now is finding a lot of pressure. So is it that short spiel that it's not worth it, the private placement and all the things that they're doing? Is there earnings? It says, oh, here it is. Taysha Gene Therapies EPS, it misses its estimate. So earnings wasn't even that great. Yeah, earnings wasn't even that great on that one, though. It actually missed its estimates. Hmm. Okay, ASNS making a move back up. This is a low float, but it's only up 4%, man. I need more. I need more, man. I don't want that. It may give you the move, bro. It may give you the move. I was looking at it. I was like, man, I don't know. Looking at this, it has a breakout level here of the 160s if it can get going. That's only 10 cents away. Had a previous bottom at the 123s, and previous of this is 142. So yeah, 142 is perfect right there on the top of this candle there. We'll see what 142 wants to do. Can I hope that TSHA doesn't just open
Depends
up like
on market movement.
yeah,
If
yeah.
market doesn't continue up, CHA won't get rebought.
Yep. I don't know how dependent it is on the market though. Let me go check. Finviz, TSHA, and where is your, what is it called? Beta? Beta. There's the beta. Not a super high beta there. So I don't know if it even cares about the market. And if we pull this up, is it not going to get a description of beta? Screener, all, where'd it go? Beta, right here. Okay, a measure of a stock's price volatility relative to the market. An asset with a beta of 0 means that its price is not at all correlated with the market. A positive beta means that the asset generally follows the market. A negative beta
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
Shows that the asset inversely follows the market. So it is more liable to follow it. I think the beta goes from 0 to 5 and then from 0 to -5. So it can go either way. 0 to -5 is like it just don't care about the market, but it is a little bit correlated with the market. Actually, no, that's not true. I haven't seen any 0 or any negative betas. I've only seen like 0 up to 5. So it may be that 5 is the high point and 0 is the bottom, because I don't think I've ever seen a negative beta. ASNS continue to do little movements down here. I don't know, man. It's got the Air Force. It's got all this could be good news. I don't know. And it is holding up that 142. Just questionable, I guess. TSHA did open back up and is absolutely filing down. Very interesting one here on ASNS, and it does have the catalyst too, but just not a huge ripper on today. I may give it time. I like the news though. That's the thing. I like the news on ASNS. I'll put it out here on my watch list. Spike coming back up to the 445s.
HYRU, moving up.
HYRU. HYRU. What is that? HYRU. Did I type that right? HY.
If CHA goes to $1, it's dead.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dead. I don't really see maybe that was a mistype, Donnell. HYRU.
TSHA, Lori, it's a dud now.
Okay,
HRYU.
Yep. Okay. What is the news on this one? Kind of looks like one of those Chinese stocks, and it doesn't have much history. Yeah, I have a bad playing with these that don't have history. It's an AI. It's got AI in the name and all that.
I'm an ape anyway.
HR or HY. Look at this daily chart. Came down here to 4, popped up to 6. It's got AI in the name. Hunra Holdings partners with whatever for the development of AI-powered conversational virtual assistant on popular K-culture fandom application. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know about that one. But I would definitely, I'll probably just be watching today and see what comes. But I really like that NS play. It now we can see ASNS has a history of popping, and then a couple of days later, then having the explosion. So I'm gonna just give it a little time, let it pop today, and see if we can get an explosion some other time. I'll probably swing it, but very interesting move. But I need to be getting to my meeting for this morning. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Good stream. Bye.
You're looking right. I know that you like what you see. Now.
Hand giving peace sign. Interested in managed portfolios? Check out Fundrise. I have been with them since 2018 and still going strong with consistent returns 9 to 11% even during pandemic. https://fundrise.com/r/rqpp2